bans transgender females from competing in girls' sports. Eh. Governor. Yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about this. Because okay. So let's just listen to let's take just a listen.
Hours after Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill into law that bans transgender athletes from competing in our sports reporter Kyle Berger is finding out the impact this will have across Florida.
Senate Bill 1028, the Fairness in Women's Sports Act, is signed into law.
I can tell you this, in Florida, girls are going to play girls' sports and boys are going to play boys' sports. That's what we're doing, and we're going to make sure that that's the reality.
Governor Ron DeSantis introduced the legislature at a news conference at Trinity Christian Academy in Jacksonville. The bill makes participation in high school and collegiate athletics contingent on biological sex.
We're going to go based off biology, not based off ideology when we're doing sports. The bill defines a student's biological sex based on the student's official birth certificate at the time of birth.
The new law has brought immediate backlash. Transgender community. Ashley Brundage identifies as a trans woman and is a local author.
It's frustrating because I think about our youth are the ones who need our support. They need our compassion. They need our empowerment. They don't need to be sidelined, or they don't need to be told
either them or Brooklyn
in a fun activity.
St. Pete Mayor Rick Kreisman is also against the bill.
I think the bill was an incredible slap in the face to the LGBT community, but in particular to our trans community. And the governor doing this and signing this bill, in some ways, is his way of, I think, communicating that he's marginalized this community. They're not important to him.
The community's not important to him. No, because he signed the bill, he said the community was important to him. Because females were making complaints about males playing in their sports and them not having a chance to win. So there's been plenty of cases of this, and I've talked about this before. There were two African American males, who were competing. They now identified as females, and they were competing in a majority white school. So the females who they were running against were white females. Now, if you don't watch track and field, then, this might miss you a little bit. But the fastest people on the planet are black people, male and females. Hands down. You can't compete. You can try, but there's one woman who's able to keep up pretty much, and that's Daphne Skippers, the Dutch woman. Their scripture is big time. Yeah, they're scripting him to win because of Space Jam, all that money, 100%. So you got very, 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 very few white women, Lalova and a couple other ones that can actually beat black females on a whole. So these two black males started running against these white females, and they were just slaughtering them. There was no competition. It was just like, bro, you can't even run against black females. Y'all got to run against white chicks and listen, some of the white chicks can run, but on a whole, especially in suburbia, it's not going to happen. So they were kicking it behind. So the females, what happened, listen, I keep telling you, the white women control America. They control America. So what happened was some of the females would go home and tell their parents. And of course, once you tell that mom, that was it. The mother cried loud and spared not. And she was just like, and she was really distraught because one of the white females says, I am not competing in these sports again. I'm finished. And that was it. She's like, I'm not doing it. These guys, we don't stand a chance against them, and I think it's unfair. And when she saw the look on her baby's face, She was like, nope, we're going to do something about it. Went, got on the phone, bam, had a meeting with the principal and just like, yaggity, yag, 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 and that was it. And then those other girls' parents joined in and it was on. So this is the result of it. This is the culmination of those parents rightfully going to the principal and then going to the school boards, and then it ended up, just going up the chain of command, and it got to the governor, and he was just like, absolutely, absolutely, I agree with you 100%. We're shutting this down. These kids are not going to run together. And what I think is coming up next now, these people talking about, it's marginalizing. How are you marginalizing when you're just making it fair? So what I propose and what I'm hoping that they're going to do, I'm hoping that they're going to have transgender sports, just like they have sports for people who are born male and females, and they have sports for people who are Special Olympics. They have sports for, in different sections where they know it's fair. I'm hoping they just have transgender sports. That way you run up against whatever transgender you want to identify, and that's fair. Now it's on you. You want to identify as a male? This is who you're going to run with. So know that whoever you're running against is not going to be a female. It's going to be somebody who identifies as a female, which means it's going to be somebody who can keep up with you and probably smear you. So, yeah, I'm with the governor on this 100%. I think that the LGBTQ community should adjust to it. And I don't think it's a slap in the face to them. If anything, I think it's a credit to them because they have spanned it far and wide into every element of existence. And, that is a testament to them being warriors and, going on the front line of what they believe. So fine, you're getting what you want. You're getting your rights and everything, but you're just not going to run over people who do not recognize you as whatever you want to identify as and just start breaking rules. No, LGBTQ, nah, we're not doing that. You're just not going to say, well, I want to, and nah, get out of here. No, you're not going to. You're going to fall in line with everybody else. This is not somebody's after you or hates you because of who you want to identify as. This is simply what's fair. And if you can't get with what's fair, then you go and create your own sports. This is America. Listen, Mark Cuban is in the track and field now. LGBTQ people, if you don't like what this governor has done, create your own. And you know what? Somebody's going to come and watch you because if you guys are running some serious times, throwing the javelin and jumping and doing all that stuff, and it's on par with everybody else is doing, somebody's going to come watch you. Somebody's going to pay you. You're going to get endorsed. Listen, if a person comes out, a female comes out and decides, you know what, I'm going to identify as a male, and comes out and runs a crazy time in the 100. Let's just say she's running a Sha'Carri Richardson time, a 10.7172 times like that. You think that track and field is not going to recognize you? They're going to look directly at you and they're going to be like, wait, what? This is a female identified as a male, but this person was more than female. And then they're going to be like, okay, is she taking is she taking the test and all that to make sure she's not? And if you're clean and you're just a Usain Bolt type of chick, listen, we already had an example of that with the chick who was from, I think she was from Jamaica. And they tried to say that she wasn't a woman. Found out that she was. Her mother was like, this is a woman. And she runs the 800. And because she's so statuesque and so strong, they tried to do all these tests and strip her naked and all this stuff that's unnecessary. and try to say that, she can't compete with the females. And of course she got discouraged because she's like, I am a whole female. I'm a whole woman. Like, I can have a child naturally. I am a woman. You know what I'm saying? Everything females do, I do. Not because I'm saying it, it's because God made me that way. But they banned her, and then she had to fight to come back and compete with females simply because of the way she was built. And she was running some damn good times. I mean, she's just a big girl. So if there are females out there that are doing this, and you want to say I identify as a male, and you're running your own track, whatever, but if these are legal times, I'm going to watch you. I'm going to tune into whatever it is that you're doing, and I'm going to look at your workouts, and you're going to have other people are going to do the same thing, and they're going to be like, how is this person who identifies as a woman so fast? How is this? And if you're born a man, you identify as a woman, we're not going to compare you to women's times. If you're running an 11 flat as a man who identifies as a woman, and you're in what we would consider professional, you're that age, you're 18 and up, we're not going to be like, oh, this is a blazing fast woman. If you run a 10.25 and you identify as a woman, but you're a man, we're not going to be like, this is the fastest woman in the world. We're going to be like, you're the fastest transgender. That's just that. I mean, that's fast for a man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go into Olympic trials with times like that. But if you fool around and run a 9.65 as anyone, okay, you just ran one of the fastest times in human history. There's only one person who's ever ran faster than that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so if you break into the 9.6s, there's only 3 people in the world history that's ever ran 9.6 anything. And one person, of course, who went up under it. So that's what I have to say. Make your own league, you guys. You guys are into everything. You're powerful. Stop belly aching that you can't break something. Stop crying about you can't, it's not fair. How's it not fair? Nobody wants to hear that. You guys got all the opportunity in the world to go out there and break human records. Go out there and do it. Jump high, run fast, run far, swing whatever and toss whatever it is that you do, and be wonderful. And we're still going to watch you. We're going to support you because that's just that. But we're not going to support you if we think that it's unfair. It's your boy Tone 202. God loves you and so do I.